Hello, my name is Jake Vasquez, here to share a few pictures that I've been trying to get out to the public and finally getting a chance.
And Jake says that he's got information that will blow MUFON out of the water.
And NASA. This right here I took only because I sensed somebody looking at me.
Those are great.
Oh,
Okay, here we find amoebic kind of orbs with patterns on the inside of them. Very, very interesting. Okay, so there's one of them, and he said he sensed these, which is why he took the pictures. So he's very sensitive to the energies of the orbs. And so today he's going to tell us about some of his amazing experiences with these. And when was that picture taken?
That one was taken somewhere around 05 or 06. And I was in my 40s when I took that picture.
And now, did you see with your eyes when you took the picture, was anything there?
No.
No, at that point he wasn't seeing
I could
them.
only sense that there was somebody staring at me.
So he felt like he was being watched.
Big time. Okay, in 2013, I had gotten a gift from my son, which is that tablet. And right around 10:30 in the morning, I went out to the garden and I wanted to look at the tablet. But I heard this real high shrill above my head. And I'm thinking, well, I've got a camera on my lap. So I clicked it 4 times.
This is the first picture?
That came out. Is there a glare on that, or can you catch it?
All right, you can see the rainbow coming off the sun there and the green orb, but there's also energy happening all around. Here's the original picture Jake was able to email me that isn't affected by the glare.
The next picture was this one right here.
Okay, so totally different configuration here.
Okay, now the next one is when these things started dropping out.
Fabulous. We have interesting red energy. Then up here we have what appears to look like a ship and this fabulous orb.
Okay, the next one, watch this where he is right here in comparison to this.
They move, and it's going the opposite direction now.
For this sphere now has a center to it. Well, no, that was it. There's only 4 of them. I didn't get to see these pictures for 2 weeks because I had just charged this notebook, and I went to go sit in the garden, and as soon as I snapped the pictures, I looked at the screen, and it says I only had 52% energy left. I was saying something's wrong, and I'm more concerned about the book than the pictures because I really hadn't seen the pictures yet.
Mm-hmm.
When I came inside the house, I could barely see inside the house because there was like this hue, and I wish I would have been able to film the orbs and stuff that were inside the house when I came in for the charger.
So you could see the orbs in the house.
The whole house was full of that blue
Blue
aura,
light.
that blue aura kind of thing.
Were there individual orbs as well?
No. Of the blue, of what you see in the different forms here, that was the same color that was throughout the living room and in my craft room where my charger was. Well, no matter what I'd done, the charger wouldn't work. 2 weeks later, I take it to AT&T, and they said, "Well, how'd you put this lightning bolt on the charger?" I says, "What lightning bolt?" She says, "Yeah, there's a distinct lightning bolt right here." She said, "Maybe that's how come your charger is broken." I said, "The charger's broken too?" She says, "It's fried." And I'm like, okay.
Do you have a charger with the lightning bolt I could
No,
film?
they kept it. They
kept it.
Yeah, they kept it. And they gave me a new one. And after I charged the phone again, these pictures came out. I'm like, what? And I couldn't get them to enhance so I could look closer into them. Well, I was able to put them in my phone, and as soon as I put them in my phone, it got kind of strange. And so I didn't even think of the blue until later. And I'm like, that whole place is full of blue energy, like. And then as I started looking at the pictures and I started going through it, everything started making more sense. I had been visited. I had been visited. This was what was coming out.
Wow. That's what came out of your phone, and you didn't do any Photoshop
No,
to that or
I
anything.
have no Photoshop.
It's so cool that they can affect pictures inside cameras.
This phone and this right here don't have Photoshop.
Any of that.
Any kind of Photoshop it does have, it's to crop it. And this one is when I brought it close up. This is the being.
There's a light being.
It is an alien being.
Alien light being.
Because if you look at his head, you could see his goggles.
Or his eyes. Goggles or eyes. This is a little alien that showed up. A light being. Now the following pictures are pictures that Jake did email me, the copies that came from his cell phone that he had not manipulated in any way, and these are communications from another dimension.
And
Fabulous.
Then there was this.
Wow, look at that circle. Amazing. So he's not manipulating his pictures, the light beings are manipulating his pictures. As we take a closer look at the picture Jake found on his phone, the second picture, we find another image that looks like there's even a face that's more clear here. This is the last image Jake found on his phone that had miraculously appeared there. This is a scientific illustration of how a subatomic particle propels itself. This is a picture my friend Grace Butler took of a light being. It looks like it's the same kind of light being that showed up on Jake's camera. Let's look at that again. Here we go. Looks very similar energy patterns.
That's the extent of these pictures.
Tell me about the orbs when you were a kid.
Oh, I started seeing orbs since I was just a little guy. I used to walk away from the house and go play out in the hills. I was born up in the mountains. And they would playfully guide you home until you finally got home. And then it'd go away.
What did they look like?
Just more like those spheres than anything. Not more like orbs. They were spheres.
Spheres. 3D.
Look, the picture that I'm showing you,
Mm-hmm.
they are a sphere.
So they would guide you home. How big were they?
Probably like no more than maybe 2 foot across.
2 feet. That's
Yeah.
pretty big. And they were illuminated? Were they different colors?
All it was doing is they kind of dance around and you just follow them. And before you know it, you're home.
Wow.
I was like 5 years old.
Okay, so he's been seeing these orbs since he was like 5 years old. They've been guiding him home. He sees them without a camera.
I used to see them when I was in the Navy. When I was standing watch at the end of the back of the aircraft carrier. But I used to stand watch, and you just never knew, and you weren't about to go there and call the bridge and say, hey, there's a little ball around the back of the ship. I never thought of ever telling anybody. Nobody'd ever believe you anyway.
What do you think they are, the orbs?
I think they're like satellites to the beings that are here gathering information as they fly around. I call them citizens of this planet. They've been here long enough.
Planetary citizens here to help us.
Whether NASA or anybody else wants to hold things back, at some point in time, it's all that power is going to be taken away from them, and this is going to be shown to the people complete.
It's time.
And it is time. We are at that moment. I think that it's time for people to find out, and that's how come I've wanted to get this out for such a long time. And finally, I'm hoping that this is finally it.
I really am looking forward to people waking up and seeing things for the first time. The veil is
Hopefully
lifting.
these are clear enough that there's no doubt.